are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
No, I can't talk about that.
Is it
I
true
thought all the surface
Food
people look
Supplement
like monsters.
77 has been
But you seem to be normal.
discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to inform you.
Nice. Yes. Got it. Hey,
Awaiting your command.
go check that out.
Can't do it.
Proctor.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go.
Uh-huh. Let's do this.
All right. Head up.
Uh-huh.
The device doesn't work from over there. You have to be on the platform. relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Looks like we have a winner! RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh?
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Uh-huh. Sean. It's...
Father,
Yes. It's me. Your dad. I'm here, Sean.
what's going on? Father? Father?
Shh, shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean.
I don't know you.
Please, Sean. I'm your...
Father? Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, Levitt, but I need... You have traveled. It's good. I am.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
Sure. In the vault. But then you learn. Is it really so hard? And here I am.
Uh-huh. They stole you.
Right, wrong. At that time, scientific...
Right.
So they...
So the weird science experiments needed specimens.
In a manner of speaking. The Institute... Plenty of that was available. Even in their... But then the Institute...
Sean.
It really is. I know you must...
I don't want to hear any more right
The Institute is... I've been a...
Stupid old man. I won't be a part of it.
Wash. The Institute can provide a better... You've been in the Commonwealth.
Uh-huh. Your institute has done...
Yes, well... What about the people you've aided? The Brotherhood of... And you would side with them. None have any true claim to nobility in this world.
Right.
I simply ask that we really do have... Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you...
Yes, I am.
I just don't know.
Just. The Institute is now yours. You want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities. Dr. Ayo in SRB. Dr. Holdren in Bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been...
I've heard stories. The surface sure sounds...
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
See anything suspicious lately, sir?
Suspicious? What do you mean by suspicious?
I mean, like dodging my questions.
No. Nothing to report, sir. If I see something, I'll be sure to come right to you.
You do that. I'd hate to find your name on a repurpose list.
Hey.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Oh, it's you. Where are you going? I thought you wanted to talk. Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
I'm new around here.
You must think I'm some kind of idiot. Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but I still decide who goes in and who goes out of my laboratory. So why don't you just run along and let me get back to work?
Easy. I just want to talk.
About what? You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
Let's just say that you've regained the attention of a certain group that I represent.
Stop beating around the bush. It's obvious that you're from the Brotherhood of Steel. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
No, I just want to talk.
Fine. Since I might not agree with everything, say what you came here to say and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think, being surrounded by cutting-edge... Only problem is, what does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seem to have everything under control.
The Brotherhood valued your presence.
Well, tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling? What reason would I have to throw...
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around. Sometimes I feel like... But still, how can I...
Your work could be instrumental in...
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, I never understood why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there... dying. And here I am, surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is in case the significance is lost, if nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust.
Right.
Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain.
It's really exciting having you here. I can't wait to see what you can do.
Yes?
No talking, because I don't feel like anything is important in this place.
When are you going to
I
tell me about
guess,
this
you know?
mysterious Phase 3?
No, I can't talk about that.
Yes. Nice.
I don't even have armor.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
There is a frickin'
Scanner's
Assaultron.
clear.
Got it.
Is already over, human.
Okay. 2 jets gone. I don't know if that synth was a good idea. I mean, it did work a little bit. I feel like the synth instantly died. basically done here, I guess.
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results.
Doctor.
Humanity's future is taking root right here. Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren. I can't wait.
I'm sure it's fascinating.
Of course. Before you go, at least let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. I promise I'll keep it short. As the name implies, our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being. To that end, we've even started to explore. You probably saw.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I'm sure I've taken up
I doubt it. I just don't think I'd fit in.
It's a big decision, I know. In any case.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
I'm sorry, but I'm too preoccupied with chit-chat.
We're all looking forward to working with you. Almost done.
Hi, Doc.
Just need to tighten
They
up
weren't
this
kidding.
primary drive
You really
servo.
are here. Well, all right. When Father, if you don't mind,
I just wanted to find my son and keep...
now that you've now, as you might, we maintain and there's a lot the work. So
I'm just looking.
I see. If there's anything,
I'm good for now. Thanks.
goodbye then. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned.
Hey.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
If you ask me.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Well.
I can't. Can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see.
There's a lot of hubris around. I don't think.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he
Hey
can
there.
hide in his office.
Report
does he?
anything
Well, you
suspicious
can
to
tell
the
him that
SRB.
I intend to speak to Father
Operating
about
at
these
full
unannounced
capacity.
security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do. People on the surface have got it pretty bad. Makes me thankful for being down here.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads
Carry
together.
on, sir.
Now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades
Good to
I
see
asked
you.
for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
You're here.
Please don't.
Glad you made it.
There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see. Sometimes you have to lean on the other departments a little to get what you need.
Hey, Doc.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
I guess we'll find out.
Indeed. Now, our primary...
Sure. I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't... The results could be... Our main instrument is the Courser. Coursers hunt down... They are highly self-sufficient. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact,
I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I guess I just got lucky.
That's hardly helpful. Now, unless you...
I'm good for now, thanks.
Very well.
Scanning. Subject identified. Greetings, sir.
Can't break the code. Son.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
First things first. How do I get back to the surface?
The same way you got in, of course. You are not a prisoner here. You may come and go as you please. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes as remarkable as the superior synth mind and body.
If they're so dangerous, you should destroy them.
There is no need for, as you will soon, a rogue. Sure. His memories under his have dispatched them.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic rat. We'll deal with them in time. But now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Emergency relay activated. Relay powering up. Ready in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, Relay online and engaging.
Let me just fast travel. Wow, look who's here. Why are we not moving? What? Oh, right. I'm an idiot. I know what to do. I forgot. That's not how it works.
Glad to have you aboard. Taking off in a moment. Weapons hot and ready to bring the pain, sir. Touchdown could be a little rough.
Still that off-the-record matter I'd like to discuss. Do you have time now?
Off the record? That's not like you, Dance.
Which is why this is going to be difficult to say. So I'd appreciate it if you bear with me. When you were first placed under my sponsorship, I had some serious reservations.
Sure.
Despite all that. At this point, it's apparent from your attitude and your actions that you intend...
I'm flattered to hear this, but I feel like there's more.
There is. I'm just not very good at these sort of things. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up alone in the capital wasteland. Spent most of my childhood picking through the ruins and selling scrap. When I was a bit older and had a few While I was there, when the Brotherhood came through on a...
I'm glad you had great...
Once I saw what the Brotherhood had... Anyway, about a year after we were posted to the Prydwen, Cutler vanished on a scouting op. It took some convincing, but I was able to persuade my CO to let me assemble a squad. It took almost 3 weeks, but we tracked his team down to a super mutant hive. Those wretched abominations had slaughtered the mutant bastards, used their...
Right.
He wasn't Cutler anymore. I had to... It was my duty to put him down.
Are you sure there wasn't anything you can do to change him back?
The FEV effect is irreversible. There was nothing anyone could do.
You did the right thing.
It's what I was taught. Ever since Cutler died, I've seen... But I'd never considered any of them to be a good friend. It's a good feeling. I don't want to go through that again.
It would never be that way with me. I care about you too much to let that happen.
From one soldier to another. I'm glad to see that our bond is as strong as ever. I just thought you deserved to know how I felt. If you feel that I've... Whatever the case...
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You mean being zapped into energy and then put back together again? Piece of cake.
You can make jokes all you want, but I wouldn't put so much faith in technology I didn't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
So we were just shooting in the dark?
It was the best we could come up with on such short notice. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxson gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
dumb and ugly than a child, and be a super...
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the... She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight.
Superstructure integrity green. Time to suit up.
Control systems all reporting back to normal.
Can't talk right now. Gotta clean the Mirelurk skin off my boots.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating their progress.
Proctor Ingram.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
He didn't tell me anything.
Makes sense. We've been trying... Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing them back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help. Yoo-hoo! Anyone in there?
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Prydwen, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Attention, this is a reminder. Any recovered social documentation should be delivered directly to Proctor Quinlan. That is all.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we can.
And we want to stop the Institute from using its technological superiority as a weapon.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
I know this may sound like a strange question, but tell me, what do you think about Scribe Haylen?
I don't think I know her well enough to give you a military evaluation.
That's a shame. Perhaps you should spend more time working with her then. She's a model soldier. But I wasn't looking for an evaluation of her performance as a scribe. I wanted to know what you thought of Haylen as a person.
So there is a heart beating under all that armor after all.
I suppose I deserve that. I just don't normally find these discussions easy to handle, so I try to avoid them at all costs. The truth is, I'm worried about her. Since you and I are getting along so well, I felt like I could confide in you about it, to get your honest opinion.
I appreciate.
A few months before you found us, one of my men was shot multiple times. Haylen stayed by that night's. I decided that his suffering needed to end, and ordered Haylen to administer an overdose of painkillers, so he could die with dignity. Even though I'm certain she wanted to continue fighting for that knight's life. She injected him without question.
That's horrible, Dance. Maybe Haylen could have saved him.
Impossible. He was paralyzed and internally bleeding. And out here, that's as good as a death sentence. But the decision, the point, is what happened later. Haylen approached me while I was on watch, after what felt like an eternity. She collapsed into my arms, crying. I didn't know what to do, so
Right.
A few minutes later, she stopped, kissed me on the cheek, and simply said, "Thank you." Right then it hit me. Maybe I pushed her too hard. I ordered her to ignore her instincts, To do something, that's why I'm worried about her.
Uh-huh.
This isn't really about Halen, is it?
No, I guess it isn't. Look, 4 soldiers. Over half. I understand the risks that... But how can anyone have confidence in me anymore? Hell, how can I have confidence?
The way you held Halen?
Well, I signed up to be your sponsor.
Right.
All joking aside, I'm pleased that we had this discussion. And with all the problems you're facing, you still took the time to listen. It's comforting to know that I can speak to you as more than just your commanding officer.
I'm here anytime you need.
Good. Anyway, I'm only...
If it was up to me, I'd take every feral movie and send that shit to space.
Unless you like... scraping rust off the Prydwen's hull from the outside.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting... Besides, Dr. Lee's worth. We're working with one of Prime's original... In fact, since things...
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators... Prime's new LEMs are way too heavy for the... We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in its LEMs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Okay, I am
liberating the
stop
Commonwealth
streaming.
Huge responsibility.
Do this off camera. I'll be back when I'm back here, I guess.